Hey guys, welcome to this market update. Redfin announced a new housing market update regarding home prices, the housing inventory, home sales, and of course, much more, including price reductions. I want to share that with you guys. So we also have a big update regarding mortgage rates because those absolutely plummeted on the last few weeks. And with that said, if you guys have not subscribed yet to this channel, I invite you to do so. I post frequently housing market updates and helpful home buyer and selling tips to guide you on the home buying and selling process so you can be better informed. And you can leave a comment below if you would like a copy of my buyer and seller guide for Las Vegas. And this Las Vegas monthly market update is for single family houses here in the city of Las Vegas. So I want to talk about the latest trend we're seeing right now and also regarding rates as well. So let's go ahead and get to it. And there is a lot to share. So take a look at this. Redfin posts a weekly housing market update, and on November 10th, they actually had a really good first statement, and it says inflation has begun to slow, which is already helping bring daily mortgage rates down. So if you guys aren't familiar with the CPI report, which is more or less the inflation report, so and they reported that inflation came in lower than expectations, and that caused a 10-year US Treasury note to decrease greatly, and therefore rates decreased greatly as well. So according to the Mortgage News Daily, average rates for a 30-year fix is at 6.28% as of today, December 14, 2022, and we really haven't seen rates below 7% for quite some time. So this is the average rates according to the Mortgage News Daily ever since June 1st. So on June 1st, rates were about 5.5%. And again, right now that's 6.28% right here. And the lowest rates we've really had ever since, more or less, is right here on around here, September 21st of this year. And we haven't had rates actually below 7% since right here, which is October 5th of this year, which is about 6.95. So rates on November 9th decreased big time from 7.22%. Now they're only 6.28%. And it's important to note that even though rates have decreased from 7.22% last November 9th to 6.28% today, which is absolutely crazy still. When looking at rates compared to a year ago, they're still up by 3.11%. So let's go back to Redfin's report here and talk about what we're seeing regarding our housing market. So home sale prices rose 3.2% on a year-by-year basis during the 4-week period that ended on November 6th, right? So that's the most recent week they have to share. That's actually the smallest increase since July of 2020. Also, the median home sold price has fallen 8.4% since reaching the all-time high in June. So home prices have decreased by 8.4% since June of this year. And speaking home sold prices, the median sale price was $359,000 and $250, only up 3% on a year-to-year basis against the slowest pace of home price growth since the beginning of this pandemic. Now again, this is for the 4 weeks ended November 6th for 400 plus US metros that Redfin tracks. So they also state here that home sale prices fell from 1 year ago in 6 major US metro areas. They actually look at the metros that have at least 500 pending home sales during the period, which of course is the 4 weeks ending at November 6th. So when looking at those, pending home sales fell the most on a year-by-year basis is in our hometown city of Las Vegas, down by 55%. Miami down by 49%, Seattle 48%, Portland, Oregon down by 47%, Phoenix down by 46%, also 46% decrease in Riverside, California, and down by 45% in Atlanta, Georgia. And also the median asking price of newly listed houses was $372,475. That's up 7% on a year-over-year basis, but down 7% from the all-time record high that we saw about $400,000 in May of this year. So again, Las Vegas is in the top spot of home prices decreases per Redfin as of November 2022, and we will see a lot of impact, especially in the buyer's offer price when buying a home. And in my experience, we actually got an offer accepted just a couple weeks ago for about $15,000 less than the asking price. And I've had some listing appointments that decided to wait until home prices gain back traction, and most of the reason they pull back on selling is the equity that they have will be largely affected on their future plans of buying another property to live in. So most of the sellers who are willing to sell on this crazy market are people who have great motivation to move, like people who want to retire and have enough equity after living in their homes for 10 to 20 years or more, or maybe something to do with conflict internally, like a divorce, loss of a family member, or something that would give them less choice staying in their home. So here's a chart from InfoSparks by ShowingTime showing the median sales price in the metro of Las Vegas on single family homes taken on a month-to-month basis, and the median sales price of $425,000, which is still up 1.2% on a year-over-year basis, that's about $420,000 last November 2021, and going back last November 2020 was $340,000. And as you can see, over the past 3 years, Las Vegas home prices have been steadily increasing until May of 2020 right here, and has also been declining since then. And we still have to see how the market will perform in the next year. Meanwhile, nationally, the monthly mortgage payment on the median asking price home was $2,542 per month as of November, rate of 7.08% rate. And of course, this may change if rates stay very low, right? So it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to be impacting our housing market depending on what happened to the rates here. And in this case, the average monthly mortgage payment increased by 50.7%. up from just under $1,700 per month from a year ago when rates were averaging at 2.98%. And here's a really good graphic showing the average monthly mortgage payments over the past couple of years. The red line here is of course 2022, and here's 2021, and here's 2020 at the bottom here. So what just stands out to me is that when you look at average rates or average monthly mortgage payments back in 2021 and in 2020, there really wasn't a whole lot of movement from June until more or less November. So this year, absolutely totally different because rates have been increasing so much. We started the year about 3.3%, right? Now again, we're around just over 6%, and that's why this has been absolutely skyrocketing right here. We did see a decrease of more or less in the middle of June until we hit August. That's because rates went from 6.3% down to about 5.05% in August, and of course that caused an average monthly mortgage payment or payments to decrease. But of course, ever since August 1st, rates have been more or less increasing. Okay, let me give you an update regarding pending home sales, new listings, as well as housing inventory or active listings. So pending home sales here in Las Vegas were down about 50% down here, right? So the largest decline since at least this December 14 to January 2015. Pending home sales have been down at the largest decline since around the onset of the pandemic. So this is actually the first time we've seen that at the decrease down by 50% is at least going back in around 2015, around this part here. Given that mortgage rates have been increasing so much, therefore it makes sense that we're seeing less contracts being signed between buyers and sellers. And also, new listings are down 27% from a year ago. And active listings, which of course is house inventory, was up about 70% from 1 year ago. Meanwhile, the month supply according to InfoSparks is at 3.5%, which is up over 150% on a year-over-year basis, which was 1.4 months last November of 2021, the same time a year ago. And here's also the median days on the market. In other words, how fast the houses are selling. So according to InfoSparks in Las Vegas, that's approximately 33 days right now. So in other words, it's taking about 23 days longer to sell houses to the same time period in 2021. This is because back in 2021, it was taking approximately 10 days to sell a house. And during the same time period in 2019, it was taking approximately 31 days. And meanwhile, the median percent of list price received here in Las Vegas is 98.3%, which means homes are sold 1.7% less than the listing price. And it has been declining since April of 2022, right here. And the lowest median percent of list price was on December 2019, which was 98.7 down here. And changing gears slightly, let me give you an update regarding price reductions here in Las Vegas according to Altos. So Altos right now is reporting that the share of price drops right now here in Las Vegas is approximately 60%. So approximately 6 of every 10 houses listed for sale have already had price reductions in Las Vegas. Now, I compare this to 2021. About this time, it was about 30%, and about the same around in 2020 down here. November 2020 is also like around 30%. And pre-COVID back in 2019 is approximately 40. I think it's about 40% down here. So the share of price drops in Las Vegas right now at 60% is at least a 3-year high. And per LVR, or the Las Vegas Realtors, housing affordability continues to be a major roadblock for market participants, especially with buyers with mortgage rates more than double compared to this time last year. Now, buyers are delaying home purchases in hopes rates will actually drop, while many sellers are holding off too on listing their homes due to weakening buyer demand and unwilling to trade in their current lower rates for significantly higher borrowing costs on their next property. And as what I tell home sellers who are holding off on selling is, enjoy your low monthly house payments for now before making a major decision on purchasing your next home, either upgrading or downgrading. And as a result, existing home and pending home sales have continued to slow as we move into winter. With home sales down nationwide, housing inventory was at 3.3 months supply heading into November, up from 2.4 months from this time last year. So according to the National Association of Realtors, although buyers have more options to choose from, home prices remain high and soaring borrowing costs have caused monthly payments to increase significantly, with the average home buyer paying 77% more on their loan per month. So that's 77% more on their loan per month compared to the same period a year ago, according to Realtor.com. And again, you can leave a comment below if you would like a copy of my buyer and seller guide for Las Vegas. And with that said, please comment below with your biggest takeaways from today's video. Also, if you guys got any value out of this video or whatsoever, please press the like button, and I greatly appreciate that. And hope you guys have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.